welcome to Western Hall on the campus of Western Illinois University as the third semifinal of the night is set to battle it out between the Macomb Bombers, the hometown Bombers, and the Abingdon-Avon A-Town Tornadoes. Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Western Hall and game number 15 on the schedule. Bombers and the A-Town Tornadoes as the crowd continues to file themselves into Western Hall. Macomb looks for their first semifinal appearance since 2021. A-Town's just as hungry, and the Bombers and A-Town set to be a good battle here, Chris.
It should be, and of course these two coaching staffs very familiar with one another.
Jeremy Anderson, the former head man at Abingdon A-Town, and Corey Link played for Jeremy Anderson during his tenure at A-Town. Bombers have had a long stint drought, though, should they get back to the championship. With 2 wins here, Bombers have not won this tournament since 2010 under former head coach and Macomb Bombers. So the Bombers looking to get back to that semifinal game to punch their ticket to the championship, but A-Town not afraid to pull an upset to get there.
No, and they did yesterday. Over the 4-seed Pittsfield, really kind of controlled that game throughout most of the contest, as it was a 42-34 win for A-Town over Pittsfield. I know Coach Link talking at halftime and after the game that maybe a little underseeded for A-Town. They thought they were a little underseeded. Really hadn't played much competition of their own size all year up to this point, and came out and knocked off the 4-seeded Sockies yesterday.
Yeah, A-Town not afraid to do battle with Pittsfield. They did indeed pull away and get the win. Brian Sullivan and Zach Keene chatting courtside, as is Johnny McKee, who will be on the bench with the Bombers tonight as the honorary coach. Sports Corner at 124 is the honorary sponsor for the Macomb Bombers. But Zach Keene and Brian Sullivan, long-time standing relationship there. Brian Sullivan, longtime referee. Zach Keene has been in the game of basketball for a long time. So good relationship there, and good to have everybody with us indeed. A-Town and Macomb set to battle it out here in just about 2 minutes. Bombers in the road blacks on the bottom part of the bracket, so they'll be the away team. A-Town will be on top, and the Bombers look to get a win and try to get into the semifinals. A-Town looking to pull the upset over Macomb. But A-Town, you look at their record, you might think something different, but they're a team that plays hard on the floor. They battle it out when they need to, and they've hit key shots as well. And
that's always been kind of a earmark of an A-Town ball club. And as I said, I think Coach Link saying they only played a couple of schools up until the tournament of their own size.
We will go down to Jake Croxton here momentarily and meet the starting lineups. But before that, we will send it down for the national anthem. The MHS choir is in the building. Let's go to Jake Croxton for the opening introductions and national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Western Hall. This is the 77th Macomb-Western Holiday Basketball Tournament. We are getting set for the third quarterfinal match between the Macomb Bombers and the A-Town Tornadoes. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time I'd like to ask that you please rise if you are able. The Macomb High School Choir, directed by Melanie Butcher, will perform for you tonight's national anthem.
the Macomb High School Choir with the national anthem. Let's send it back to Jake Croxton. We'll meet our starting lineups here on the Ron Albiano Sales pregame show.
And now let's meet the Game 15 starting lineups. At one guard for Macomb, a 5'11 sophomore, number 1, Drew Watson. At guard for A-Town, a 5'11 junior, number 2, Dre Anderson. At guard for the Bombers, a 6'1 senior, number 3, Connor Bishop. At guard for the Tornadoes, a 5'10 senior, number 3, Kellen Hook. At guard for the Bombers, a 6'1 junior, number 12, Braden Holthouse. And at forward for the Tornadoes, a 5'11 senior, number 5, Carter Redfern. At forward for the Bombers, a 6'7 senior, number 20, Ian Case. At forward for the Tornadoes, a 6'4 senior, number 13, Drew Fouch. In the middle for the Bombers, a 6'5 senior, number 10, Dion Doyle. And at forward for A-Town, a 6'3 senior, number 24, Asa Stiegel. Jeremy Anderson heads up the Bomber bench, assisted by Brian Langworthy, Zach Teen, Justin Ellison, and Pierre Graham. Brian Kerr is the honorary coach, the sponsor, Sports Corner at 124. Corey Link heads up the Tornado bench, assisted by Caleb Batson. The honorary coach is Neil Thurman, the sponsor, Hampton Inn of Macomb. Your Game 15 officials are Tad Johnson, Robert Hinkle, and Jason Danner.
Let's play basketball inside of Western Hall. A large crowd on hand as the Bombers of Macomb set to battle the A-Town Tornadoes. It's a homecoming of sorts for Jeremy Anderson. He's been on both sidelines before. It's Doyle at midcourt along with Drew Fouch, Robbie Hinkle, Tad Johnson, Jason Danner in the stripe. Strap yourselves in, folks. This is Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament basketball on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by Tom Conklin State Farm. We're up and underway. The Bombers win the opening tap. Up and underway. Doyle pulled up from the free throw line. Won't go. Tapped around and grabbed by the Tornadoes. Will take it back the other way. Here we go. The Tornadoes with their first possession. Trying to find something early here to get on top of Macomb. Bombers were so dominant last night and made an early statement. So if A-Town gets on the board first, it kind of gives them that first pivotal move of the game.
Yeah, definitely. A-Town doesn't want to get into track meet probably with the Bombers.
Corey Link again. Played for Jeremy Anderson during Anderson's tenure at A-Town.
Shot clock down to 4.
And now Drew Watson takes it back. 7 minutes to go. Case down low to Watson, who turns around, pulls up, gets it up, but in. Bombers strike first in the 8 p.m. contest. We're just after 8:15 now. Adrian McMahon, who was a longtime tournament worker here, always used to say you have to be 2 minutes before the scheduled game time to be on schedule. So if he was still with us, it would he would
be having fits.
He would be having his fit right now. Tornadoes with it down low, try to get up on the board, and Case doesn't like that one, but he is drawn for his first foul. So now the Tornadoes go to the line. Asa Stiegel will shoot the pair. First one up, he got it. Take a look at that last play on your screens. Up and no good, and then you see Case just did not like that foul.
Got him with the wrist.
Second one up, missed it. Ball tapped around. Doyle grabs it. He'll take it the other way, and Macomb, 2, Tornadoes 1, just about 2 minutes into this ball game tonight. Case with it at the top of the key to the corner to Drew Watson. Bishop now. Case down low to Doyle. 360 up off the front of the rim, no good. Tornadoes push back the other way, and Corey Link directing traffic from the sideline. That one comes right near us. I got the tap on that one.
Save the monitor.
Save the monitor. So that is off of Macomb, and it will be A-Town basketball.
25 on the shot clock.
Now the Tornadoes take it back the other way. 15 to shoot. Drive, kick to the corner. 8 to shoot now. Tornadoes trying to find something with it. 4 to shoot now. 2. This is going to be a shot clock violation. No shot, and it will be.
Good job on the Bomber defense that time. A-Town really not getting much of a flow on that series.
Not at all. 5:08 to go, and the Bombers have it back. They lead 2-1. Here on the Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament broadcast presented by our friends at Tom Conklin State Farm. Corner for Doyle, up and in. Making his presence known, and the Bombers lead by 3. Outside now for the Tornadoes. Here is Redfern. Outside.
It's Kellen Hook on the drive.
And a blocking foul, likely, and that will be on Drew Watson.
First on Drew, second team foul on the Bombers.
It will stay out of bounds with the Tornadoes. 4:34 to go. Opening quarter action here from Western Hall on the campus of Western Illinois University. Top of the key now for the Tornadoes. They will push it around the outside. Pull-up jumper for the Tornadoes. Stegall won't go. There's a tie-up for it on the floor. And a jump ball tie-up.
Connor Bishop getting in there for the Bombers, tying it up. They'll stay with A-Town, a new 35 on the shot clock.
First tie-up of the game. And A-Town back in control of it at the 4:10 mark. Outside now, Redfern. Redfern kicks back. Stegall to the basket, up and in. And A-Town answers.
Stegall with all 3 of the Tornado points thus far. 1-point lead for the Bombers.
3:45 to go. Here is Doyle. He'll feed to Drew Watson in the corner. To Case. A-Town playing up tempo. Case for 3, and that is an air ball. Not even close. And Case will go back the other way frustrated. 4-3 Bombers, and now A-Town could take the lead with a basket.
It's like Malachi Connolly off the bench for the Bombers, ready to check in.
Top of the key now for Anderson. Tapped around and a foul there.
Going to go on Deion Doyle, his first, team's 3rd.
That will be Doyle's first, team 3rd.
Conley in and Bishop out for the Bombers.
.310 to go, opening quarter. Ball was loose, A-Town keeps it. Corner now for the Tornadoes. They'll drive inside. A-Town moving it around, still 19 to shoot. Plenty of time to work with on the scoreboard and the shot clock. Corner now. 10 to shoot for the Tornadoes. 1 shot clock violation of the night already. Still 7 to shoot. They'll get one off in time. Carter Redfern answers.
That's going to put Abington
by 2.
Up by 2. 6-4 Tornadoes.
Holthouse brings it across as the Bombers now trail. I believe this is the first time in the whole tournament they trail, as they led for the whole night last night against Brown County, and no one there to rebound it. Bombers not on the boards, and A-Town takes it back the other way. And A-Town can answer with another 3 ball. Off the back iron, no good. Tapped around, somebody trying to get a hand on it. Case does, he'll feed to Connor Bishop to Drew Watson. And that will be out of bounds.
That's going to be a loose ball foul on Connor.
Drew Watson.
Drew Watson got him and Connor Bishop mixed up. That is Drew's second, team's fourth.
And Macomb not off to a hot start. Let's take a look at that one. Watson on the floor, and you can see just not a smart decision there.
Jake Hobson, 24 in the ball game for the Bombers. Jacob Holland for the Tornadoes, number 14.
Couple substitutions in for each squad. Bombers move it on the side of defense. Corner now for the Tornadoes. Hook. Down low look, other side, find Hall. Hall drives. A-Town working with it. Nice job of communication on the floor right now. Up, swatted away, Doyle takes it. Doyle with it, up into the basket, up, he's fouled. I'll get some free throws. Stegall charged with the foul, his first, team first. And the first one up, and he missed it. Off the rim, we'll take a look at that last one. Doyle straight to the basket, up, and just didn't get it to drop. Happy about the free throws, though, and now he'd be happy if he makes this one. Second one on the air, and he missed it off the front of the rim, not even close. And another foul.
Stay with Macomb, I believe. Number 2, Dre Anderson, they whistled for the Anderson. Good hustle there, and he's going to draw the foul on Macomb.
So his first, team second. Macomb out of bounds. Conley with it. Minute 18 to go. Conley's got to do something with it. Feeds to Doyle. Bombers reset, top of the key. Braden Holthouse. Three ball on the way, no good. Put back Hobson, up and in. Gets the Macomb crowd on their feet.
Tied at 6:53 seconds to play, 30 on the shot clock.
Under 49 seconds to play. A-Town moving around the outside perimeter. Pull-up jumper from 15 won't go. Doyle's got it ahead to Holthouse, one-on-one to the basket with Dre Anderson. Holthouse up, he's fouled, and he'll get 2 free throws.
That'll be the second on Dre Anderson. Third team foul on the Tornadoes.
Bombers are 0 of 2 from the free throw line. Let's take a look. This one again. Now Holthouse just bumped there underneath the basket. Let's get the first free throw here up, and he missed it. Bombers are 0 of 3 from the free throw line. Take a look at this one more time. You can see up and didn't grab it.
Yeah, Anderson with the body contact.
Bombers 2 of 3 yesterday in the first quarter on free throws. They're 0 of 3 right now. Make that 0 of 4 as that one hits the backboard and doesn't touch the rim. 26 seconds to play. We're tied at 6 apiece in quarterfinal number 3. A-Town trying to pull upset number 2 in the tournament against the hometown Bombers, and that is a crucial mistake there, as that will send the Tornadoes to the line for 3 free throws.
Malachi Conley whistled for the foul, his first, team's 5th. Drew Fouch with 3 free throws with 14.5 seconds on the clock.
So the first free throw is up.
And good. See the contact there on the replay by Conley. Fouch with 2 more.
For the lead again. They have the lead by 1. This takes it to 2. And made the first one, missed the second one. We've still got 1 more here. 14.5 seconds left in the first quarter. Free throw number 3, he got it.
8-6. Tornadoes now by 2. Ahead
Pressure
now.
by A-Town.
Bishop was not ready for the pass. A-Town, serious pressure, trying to avoid the 10-second violation. Conley gets it across just in time to Hobson to put it up. Swatted away. A-Town's going to have the lead after 1 quarter of play. A-Town by 2. They come out firing. 8-6 after 1 inside of Western Hall. We're back with more after these local messages.
Over the years, we've told you about the benefits of choosing Spoon River College.
Affordable.
Transferable credit.
Career ready.
A culture where students feel like they belong.
Wow, that brings a tear to my eye. And while all these are true, there seems to be one thing that, well, sticks. So let's give the people what they want to see.
Enrollment is now open.
Welcome back to Western Hall, the campus of Western Illinois University. 8-6 A-Town after 1, and the Bombers just not finding anything to go, and A-Town coming out strong, and A-Town's kind of set the pace in this one.
They have, and good block there by Drew Fouch right at the end of the quarter, preserves the 2-point A-Town lead.
The other thing I kind of look at is free throws. A-Town goes 3 of 5, Macomb 0 of 4.
Yeah, we've seen in that contest earlier today that the free throws down the stretch especially big, but also big early as you get some points on the board without losing any time off the clock.
Macomb basketball as we get this second quarter underway. Again, good to have you with us tonight on TSSR and Game Time Live, presented by Tom Conklin State Farm. Here we go, second quarter up and underway. Case at the top of the key, setting the Macomb offense up for Jeremy Anderson. Corey Link up and pacing the sideline right now. Jeremy Anderson and the rest of his coaching staff relaxed, sitting in their chairs. 7:30, just about 30 seconds into the quarter. Tapped around. Bombers get a hand on it. Bombers just out of rhythm right now. A-Town came to play tonight. Case answers with a 3 and lights the gym up. And that's the one thing that Macomb can rely on tonight is anytime they hit a shot, they have the gym behind them.
Yes, they do. They've definitely got a crowd advantage here, but that big 3 by Case puts the Bombers up 1 now, 9-8. Case and Fouch banging bodies inside.
Yeah. Not good. Air ball. And now the hometown crowd lights up once again. And Bishop wasn't ready for the pass. And now that will go back.
See number 2, Dre Anderson, back to 8 for A-Town. Also, Asa Stiegel back for the Tornadoes.
6:48 to go in quarter number 1, or excuse me, quarter 2. That's not updated on the board. 9-8 Bombers by 1. Ball tapped around.
And we're going to get foul on the floor right in front of the Bomber bench.
That'll be on Macomb. Conley charged with the foul.
His second, team's first.
Macomb in serious kind of foul issues early. And here let's take a look at this one. Maybe not. So A-Town will reset. 6:20 here. They trail by 1. Low scoring contest compared to what the Bombers did last night. And Holthouse says, get that out of here.
I don't think so, says Braden Holthouse.
That was kind of with a statement.
That was, yeah, there was a
bit of
little
emotion.
aggression there.
Let's take a look at that again as Holthouse gets high into the air and swats it away. And Bombers playing with emotion right now. They want to get back to the semifinals of their home tournament for the first time in 2 years. Here's Case, look down low.
Nice save by Conley.
Conley saves it, but in the wrong hands.
It's going to go off Conley, I believe. Stay with A-Town.
And John wasn't ready on this one here.
Right in your living room on that one by Conley.
Johnny, good down there?
Thumbs up from our
Thumbs up. He is
cameraman
good.
at the north end.
All systems go.
Now Doyle with a huge block.
Maybe 9-8 on the scoreboard, but the block game is strong tonight. We'll take a look at that block once again here from Doyle. And that is thrown away. I'll say tip by Macomb, though.
Shot clock down to 17, 5:43 on the clock here in the opening half.
So here we go. A-Town resets, 15 to shoot. Top of the key for Hook. Hook feeds over to Dre Anderson. In the lane now, back outside Hook. Shot clock violation.
A-Town not even getting a look at the basket there.
Their second win of the night. And if you're Macomb, you have to use that momentum to your advantage now.
Absolutely.
So Bombers get a chance to relax and reset here. Set things up. 9-8, they lead by 1 after a dominant win last night over Brown County, 78-32. Doyle pulls up, he got it to go.
Doyle now with 4.
Full
timeout.
Corey Link wants to talk things over with his squad. And Corey Link brings his players to the bench to get a breather. We can let you know that this game is brought to you by Tom Conklin State Farm, located on West Jackson Street here in Macomb and Farmington as well. You can start your 2024 off right by contacting Tom to take advantage of State Farm's new rates. Contact them in Macomb at macombsf.com or 837-1200. Like a good neighbor, Tom Conklin State Farm is there. Macomb and Abingdon here. 1 game left on the schedule after this one. Camp Point and Monmouth-Roseville cap us off in the final game of the night. I cannot do that.
That hurts my back just sitting here looking at.
Yeah, that is impressive from both cheerleading squads. Again, 5:07 left in this opening quarter. Macomb with the lead 11-8. And then take a look here. Doyle gets a shot to go, and
21 West and Marler going to check in for the Tornadoes at the timeout. 5:07 to play. Just as low-scoring first half here by both teams.
Yeah, complete opposite of what we saw from Macomb last night. A-Town doing a great job on the defensive end, but both teams not doing a great job getting things to fall either.
No.
So A-Town out of their full timeout, getting a chance to talk things over after a bit of pressure from this Bombers team. Top of the key, 3 ball on the way off the front of the rim, no good. Big man Hobson grabs it. Bombers take it back to the other way. 4:40 to play. Watson at the top of the key. Here is Holthouse to Case in the corner. Holthouse didn't get that one to touch the rim, and A-Town takes it back in control. A-Town resets the other way. Drive in the lane for the Tornadoes. Turnaround, toss up, no good from Stegall. Ahead for Case and the Bombers. Bombers lead 11-8. Really no big statements from either squad right now, even on both ends.
Turnover there by the Bombers. Going to see 10, Deion Doyle back.
So Doyle will come in. Case will get a breather. .330 to go in the first half, 11-8. Bombers by 3. In the lane for the Tornadoes, up and good for Kellen Hook.
First 2 for Hook, and they lead to 1, 11-10 for the Bombers.
Holthouse across midcourt. Down low, Doyle swatted away from him. Ahead for the Tornadoes. Dry in for Stegaw. He'll kick back outside, find Hook. A-Town taking their time with 17 to shoot. Corner now. 3-ball up and no good for Hook. Tapped around. Hobson's got his hands on it. Secures it. And Jeremy Anderson directs traffic as he is up and pacing the sideline now. Watson to the basket. Up, tapped around. Someone trying to grab it. It's the Tornadoes in the end as we approach the 2-minute mark of the first half. Carter Redfern gets that one to drop. I'm not sure if it was intended to drop, but nonetheless, he'll take it either way.
He'll say he drew it up exactly like that. 5 for Redfern, and the Tornadoes back up by 1, 12-11.
Back and forth in this contest. A-Town in control of it by 1 right now. 3-ball Watson trying to answer A-Town, and they don't. And now A-Town takes it back the other way. Three-ball for the Tornadoes off the right side of the rim, no good. Watson grabs it, takes it back for the Bombers. Turnover once again from Macomb, and it's the turnover game right now.
Jacob Hall back for the Tornadoes. Bishop and Case back for the Bombers.
Tornado basketball here. A reset coming back the other way. Top of the key is Dre Anderson. He'll feed over as we hit the final 60 seconds of the first half. Drive inside from Hall. Hall looking for a man, finds Anderson in the corner for 3. Bang! Sports Corner at 1-2-4. 3-ball for Dre Anderson, 15-11, and A-Town fans put their hands together as the Tornadoes have a 4-point advantage over the hometown Bombers. Case back outside Bishop. No shot, and
it's going to be on
foul.
The floor.
Yep.
I believe the foul got to go on Jacob Hall, his first. Team first here in the second quarter, 32.8 to play.
Doyle at the top of the key, feeding over to Holthouse, now to Bishop in the corner. 20 seconds to play in the first half. Bombers can have the last possession if they want. No shot clock to worry about now. Conley pulls up with 10 seconds left. Wasn't a great shot selection. And now A-Town will have the last shot. A-Town to send the Tornadoes into the locker room. Tapped around, Conley grabs it. And we end the first half with a 4-point advantage to the A-Town Tornadoes, 15-11. A-Town comes out, all systems go, and taking care of business early. Peyton Hutchins is with headman Corey Link to talk about the A-Town first half.
I'm here with head coach Clay Lynch of Abington. Although you only scored 15 points, you're still up 4. What did you like from the team in that first half?
Nah, our energy was good. You know, we got to get sharper on the offensive end. Thank you. We got to get sharper on the offense, but man, we're guarding, and that's what we got to do. We got to sit down and guard. That's our bread and butter. So offensively, we got to pick it up, but man, we got to keep guarding, keep them off the glass.
Any adjustments you need to make in the second half?
No, I mean not really. We got to be sharper on the offensive end, like I said. We kind of got a wrinkle into it, and we're it's new, so we're not real comfortable with it. So if we can make that adjustment at halftime and get some easier, cleaner looks to the rim, hopefully that helps.
Good luck in the second half, coach. Go back to Justice and Chris.
Thanks, Peyton. We will send it to the MDH halftime report. 8-Town in control of this one, 15-11. We'll send it to the break.
Again, as we're happy to bring to you another member of the staff at MDH, and today we have Bill Murdoch, the Vice President and Chief Financial Officer of MDH. You know, I've talked to some people up the food chain a little bit, but you're getting ways up there for me to be talking to here. But you're just another guy.
I am.
And we were joking off camera. We'll get to that a little bit maybe as we go along here. But
Sure.
tell us a little bit about yourself. You married? You have kids?
Yep. Married. My wife's from Macomb. We have 4 children. My wife's a bomber and a leatherneck. I'm a leatherneck as well. That's it. I grew up outside of Galesburg on a farm, and we still have a place up there. Go back there every day and enjoy the great outdoors up there. I've been in healthcare for over 30 years now. Enjoy it very much, and really look forward to the challenges that healthcare provides for us.
Now, if I remember reading through your stuff correctly, you're from Oneida, which is up by Galesburg,
Do you
right?
know where that is?
I do. I know where it's part of Rova.
It is.
It's part of. We're sports people here,
Yeah.
Bill. We have to know who
I graduated
Oneida
from
is.
Rova.
Did you? So it was Rova even that far back.
Well,
Not that you're old. That
was-
isn't what I meant there.
There was
Bill.
an additional town added after I graduated, but it's always been pronounced as Rova.
So what was the town that was added?
Watauga.
Watauga was
which
added.
is where I live now.
Right. So you live in Watauga.
Right.
You graduated from Rova.
Correct.
But Watauga wasn't part of Rova when you graduated from Rova.
That's right. Because
that's like a twisting, turning road right there.
Oh yeah, it's a complex matter here. But no, after I graduated high school, went to college and all that, and then as I advanced my career, we stayed in the Midwest and finally ended up after we started having kids in the Rova, Oneida area to raise our children, and just stayed there the whole time since then.
How, there's a lot of professions at any hospital that have a lot of very important, and they are the integral workings of the hospital. Everybody thinks physicians, nurses, providers,
right?
But you have a lot of pressure on you on a daily basis when you're talking about the chief financial officer. So how do you find yourself into that profession? I mean, I think I'd rather be the doctor or the nurse than the chief financial officer.
Yeah, that's an interesting question. When I graduated from Western, I was recruited at that time by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Illinois, and we were doing what hospitals have to prepare a Medicare cost report, and I was auditing them. So that's how I got my step into the healthcare career. And then after that, I went to work for a consulting firm that prepared the cost reports for the hospitals and all that. And then after that, I got into the actual inner workings of the hospital, started out as a controller, then worked up to CFOs and larger organizations, and and that's kind of my niche, and that's where I've stayed my whole career.
Now, you mentioned larger organizations. Lindsay Douglas, we talked to her. She's in recruitment for you guys for physicians and providers. And this is not, as far as hospitals go, a larger,
right.
It's not a huge hospital.
Right.
So what does that do for you on a daily basis as you're trying to balance a budget or make a budget that works or help with the finances of that doesn't have maybe the bottomless pockets that some people think of when you think of a huge hospital or whatever?
Right. Yeah, I think that, you've been in one hospital, They're all different. They all have their sets of challenges and struggles and all that. What is very exciting for me is we are we're nimble, we can make quick changes, and I feel like I can make that impact in the organization, those quick impacts to get the hospital on the right track and keep it going and be viable.
Yeah, and funding in this day and age is a key in getting payments. But I'm sure you guys still look at trying to get donations and stuff, correct? Is that involved in anything you do, or do you have to consider any of that when you're trying to make your business positions?
It's a small piece of it, a little bit of it. Our biggest challenge is to get reimbursed from the insurance payers, make sure, because there's a lot of noise out there right now where insurance payers are denying everything not everything, but most things that we try to get reimbursed for. And if we don't get what we're entitled to, then it's a struggle to make payroll. It's a struggle to pay our vendors. It's really tough to keep the hospital going, make the capital improvements that we're doing on the campus right now.
And you're doing a bunch of those right now. I mean,
we are.
You guys are improving. It seems like monthly, daily, whatever, you're making improvements here in the last 10 years or so.
There's a lot of exciting things going on here on the campus right now with the retail pharmacy, or community pharmacy is what we're calling it now, because it is the community of McDonough County's pharmacy. And we're trying to prepare this organization for future generations so we can keep this hospital in the community for the people of the community.
Okay, so you work and think numbers all week.
Pretty much.
What do you think on the weekends? Now, I think I read somewhere there's some hunting and fishing involved in what you enjoy doing.
Right, yes. I like I mentioned, I grew up on a farm. We still have a farm. We still live on a farm. So I enjoy just about anything outdoors. That would be fishing, hunting, camping, spending time on the farm, just fixing things or doing whatever. That's how I decompress and recharge to do the job that I do today.
Okay. Now, I said I only had 2 questions. I got one more. We're about at time. But now, you're a hunter.
Yes.
And you're older like me. Okay. So I remember when I was a kid and everybody was deer hunting, if you got a deer, you were lucky.
Right. Right.
Do you deer hunt?
I do.
And how much easier is it on your farm to get a deer now than it was when you were a kid?
Yeah, I'm really blessed because there are a lot more deer today than there was years ago when I started hunting. I do, but I enjoy deer hunting. But I also, every deer I've gotten the last 2 years, I've donated to the food pantry and let them repurpose that. Our sons also hunt with me as well. You eat a lot of that deer meat, but anything I get, it goes right to the food pantry, and I donate it back to the community.
Well, MDH is all about community. It's been about community, and you even go home and make it about community. So that makes you a good guy, right?
Right. Well, I don't know about that, but I appreciate the comment.
Well, that'll do it for this halftime interview. We'll be back on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH, with the second half right after this.
To 11. Peyton Hutchinson has Jeremy Anderson over here. We'll talk to him in just about 15 seconds. That's precise there. A minute 40 left in the break. A-Town takes care of business. Let's go to Peyton.
All right, I'm here with Macomb basketball coach Jeremy Anderson. Coach, you scored only 11 points in the first half. What do you guys do in the second half to kind of get the offense going a little bit more?
Well, I think we have to shoot the ball with a little more confidence. I think we rushed a few of them. Try to get it inside, play from the inside out a little bit better. I think A-Town plays really good defense, and so when you get those opportunities, you got to make the most of them.
And then what defensively can you guys do a little bit better to maintain their offense?
Just got to keep track of our guys. I think a couple times we lost our man, and they made us pay for it, making shots.
Good luck to second half, Coach.
Thanks, man.
Now back to Justice and Chris.
Thanks, Peyton. And the Bombers come back out of this halftime break. They trail by 4. And a couple different numbers we'll throw at you here. First half field goal percentage, 30% for Macomb, 28.6% for A-Town, and then 50% from the three-point field goal in the first half. And then Macomb 0 of 2. But the big thing I look at is free throws. Again, no free throw shot in the second quarter. 0 of 4 for Macomb in the first quarter. 3 of 5 in the second or in the first quarter for A-Town. And A-Town just has that synergy working for them right now.
Yeah, they do. And commenting, knew the field goal percentage was going to be low. Both squads 5 of 8 from the floor for 27.8% in that first half.
Second half getting ready to get underway here shortly. And both teams are still in their huddles. The horn has sounded once. And the second horn, we're playing on second horn. I mean, officials say that at the beginning of the game, and then we saw it in the last game where the ball was put down quickly with Farmington. A-Town basketball to get quarter 3 underway, and 2 quarters of basketball left. Semifinal number 2. Somebody's ticket can be punched. We'll find out who in 16 minutes. Let's play basketball. On the outside is A-Town. They lead by 4. 7:46 to go. Macomb going with their starting 5 of Drew Watson, Bishop, Doyle's out there, Holthouse and Case. A-Town with their starters as well, Dre Anderson, Kellen Hook, Redfern, Fouch, and Stegall as well. A-Town setting things up offensively, leading by 4. If Macomb loses this game, it's back-to-back appearances in the 5th place bracket. And the championship streak of even an appearance would continue to 14 years. Doyle down low, toss up, it's good. Deion Doyle trying to use that to get the Bombers' energy going.
6 now for Doyle, a 2-point lead for the Tornadoes.
Energy, though, right now favoring A-Town. Anderson with it to Fouch. Fouch on the outside, kicks corner, 3-ball on the way. Back off the back iron, no good. Rebound Case. Case to reset. Jeremy Anderson hops off his seat to direct traffic. Watson at the top of the key. It's a 2-point ball game. Macomb probably feeling like they're down a whole lot more than that right now. And a whistle kick ball. It will stay with Macomb.
20 on the shot clock for the Bombers.
Plenty of time to work with still there. Out of bounds here, Case feeding to Watson. Corner. Watson, 10 seconds to shoot here. Bombers got to go. 5 to shoot, and that is a turnover. There is no synergy on the floor right now for this Macomb team.
No, you would think this was a 9 a.m. game or a 10:30 game in the morning, not a 8 o'clock game here.
Sad to watch right now as all systems go last night. The synergy was perfect, and a complete 160 for this Macomb team right now. A-Town has all the synergy and momentum in the world. Case ahead to Holthouse. Holthouse to the basket, up and in.
That might get it going for the Bombers. Holthouse with a shot at the 3-point play. Ties it at 15 with 5:59 to play.
So it sends Holthouse to the line for a free throw. Conley's coming in for Jeremy Anderson. Bishop will get a breather. Big free throw here for Braden Holthouse in the first half. As the free throw is dropped, Paul Bubbs laughing because I crumbled up my stat sheet and now I realized I wanted to use it there.
Bombers up by 1 now after the 3-point play by Holthouse.
So Holthouse gets it to go. Only 1 lead change in the first half. Score was tied only 1 time as well. Macomb's got the lead by 1.
Nice block there by Doyle, and it's going to go out of bounds off the Tornadoes to the Bombers.
Bombers just trying to use as much energy as they can in this gym. They need something right now. The Holthouse and 1 in the free throw gets something fired up and going. Holthouse down low to Doyle. Big one if it drops, and it does. Back to the top of the key goes the Tornadoes. Kellen Hook with it. He'll feed inside to Stegall, and a whistle.
7-0 run for the Bombers to start the second half. It's going to go on Deion Doyle, his second, team's first. Jacob Hall back, the junior, number 14 for the Tornadoes.
In the lane goes the Tornadoes, tapped around. Doyle had a hand on it, as did Case. Stolen away Conley. Conley to Watson. Stolen away again, and there's no patience there. Bombers only by 3, 18-15. Stolen away by Case. Here we go. Case 2-on-1 to the basket, up and in. There's a momentum shift in the gym, ladies and gentlemen. The Bomber crowd rises to their feet as the bleachers rumble here at Western Hall. And the Bombers extend to a 5-point lead And you can feel that shift there after that and one and free throw from Holthouse.
Yeah, that's kind of changed the momentum. A 9-0 run for the Bombers to start the second half. 4:42 to go. 20-15 5-point Bomber lead.
And if you're A-Town, obviously you have to use this timeout to not only catch your breath, calm the gym down, and kind of regroup here.
Absolutely.
So Bombers will break their huddle out of the Corey Link timeout. Macomb team is trying to get their way again to the semifinals for the first time in 2 years. Abingdon trying to say something different about that, punch their ticket to the semis. And again, one of the advantages, if you will, is there's no pressure because you don't know who you're playing, so that's not in the back of your head like it was in the game before us.
Right.
Second 2:30 semifinal is blank right now. With, again, this is the first game of kind of the bottom two bracket sessions. Here we go. Holthouse ahead to Doyle.
Just took the eyes off the basketball there. And a costly turnover there for the Bombers.
2015. There's a block. There you get a good look at it from Case. A-Town the other way. Bombers by 5 over the Tornadoes. Corner now. Tornadoes trying to get a hand on it. Tapped around. Redfern looking. Down low. Tapped around. Put up, and they got it. Kellen Hook.
That snaps the 9-0 run for the Bombers. 3-point lead now from Macomb.
Macomb having to use that to their advantage. Added motivation now to get something going here on the other side of the floor. Conley from 10 feet won't go. Not even down. It goes off the left side. And a foul in motion. Stronson charged with the foul, his first, team at second.
New 35 for the Bombers.
Pop pass to Case, he'll get it to Doyle. 2017. 3:23 to go in the third quarter. Case with a drive. Tapped out of his hands, ran by the Tornadoes immediately.
Blocked by Stagel.
Whistle there. Zach Keene did not like that there was no call, but I'm going to have to disagree. It was all ball.
Conley whistled for his third, team second.
A-Town with the ball here. Conley picks up his third. Driving the lane for the Tornadoes, Hull. Back outside, it's a three-point game. A-Town can tie it with a 3-ball. Top of the key. Inside, it's a long 2 for Kellen Hook, and we're back to a 1-point ball game.
Hook with all 4 A-Town points here in the second half, 2019.
Macomb slipping right now, trying to find some magic. Holthouse with a drive to the corner. Holthouse to Watson for 3, off the rim, no good. Conley tapped it around right into the hands of the Tornadoes. Back the other way they'll go. Corner. Back to 14. That is Jacob Hall. Ball tapped.
Gonna get a reach in, I think, on Case. Be Ian's second, team's third.
Case is second, like John alluded to.
Weston Marler checking in the ball game, number 21 for the Tornadoes. Jake Hobson back for the Bombers.
Out of bounds for the Tornadoes. 1:50 to go. Third quarter action here from Western Hall. Outside for Jacob Hall. Hall feeds to the corner. Stegall. Shot up, no good. Tapped around. Ahead to Conley, who takes it the other way. Conley up, tapped, no good. Doyle trying to get a hand on it. Put back. Whistle called. 2 free throws coming up for Doyle. Take a look at the foul. Doyle trying hard to get the free throw or the shot to fall. The free throw falls instead.
Lester Marler whistled for the foul, his first, team's third. Connor Bishop back for the Bombers.
Second free throw, and he got it. 2 of 2. Back to a 3-point ball game. A-Town looking for something. Back top to Stegall. Toss up, no good. Tap up, scoring a foul. Jacob Hall shifts, makes it a 1-point game. Hall goes right up, gets the rebound, and puts it up and in. And now a big free throw here, a chance to tie this game and make it a home game for the Tornadoes again.
And he hits.
Big time.
Foul whistled on Connor Bishop for the Bombers, his first, team's fourth.
We're tied at 22. Watson with it. A-Town playing great defense. Corner, wide open look for Bishop. No, didn't even touch the rim.
They got a foul on Macomb, I believe. Nope, A-Town.
Hall, his second, team fourth. Out of bounds Bombers. 30 seconds left. No shot clock. It's off. 3-ball. Holthouse. Bang! Sports Corner at 124. 3-ball from Braden Holthouse. And the Bombers are back up 3 with 20 seconds left.
Two teams trading punches on the last 2 possessions.
A-Town on the outside. They got 13 seconds to work with. Drive corner outside. Here is Hook with it. 7 to shoot. Pull up jumper on the way. The fans got him. Back to Doyle. What is he doing?
Double dribble.
What are we doing?
With 1.7 seconds to play, A-Town going to get it, I think, right in front of us.
Time and situation, and that situation is key. Doyle double dribbles as he just chucks it with over 2.5 seconds on the clock. Poor mistake from this Macomb team. And now they turn it over, give it to A-Town, who will have the last shot of this third quarter.
And get the inbound from
right
alongside their basket. As we're going to see Drew Fouch back for A-Town. Also Carter Redfern, number 5.
Here we go. 1:07 left. A-Town ties it with a 3. If they make it off the back iron, no good. A little bit of a too close for comfort situation there. Bombers are up by 3 with 8 minutes to play. We'll have the answers to who takes this one after these local messages.
Let's go. Is that why Akers is taking 4 tires of fuel, 4 tires of fuel? Come on, we got to get him back out there. He's a busy man.
I'm just here for seed.
It's all part of it. Suit up.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has everything you need to win the season and go full speed ahead.
Western Hall on the campus of Western Illinois University. 8 minutes left. And if there was a barn burner today, we've seen a good first semifinal game with West Hancock at Illini Bluffs. Good fourth quarter with Farmington Rock Ridge. It sets up again to be a final finale here with West Hancock, or excuse me, with A-Town and Macomb.
Yes, it is, and just what we expected out of day 2. And Had that since start of the play here at 9 o'clock this morning.
And again, this crucial scenario where the witching hour begins. Losses become wins, wins become losses. We've said it all night, and that is what is so special about this session.
And going to be fun to see how this last 8 minutes play out here with the Bombers, starting with the basketball.
Certainly indeed. 8 minutes to go, and the winner gets their ticket punched to the 2:30 semis tomorrow. Here we go. Case with it. He'll feed to the corner and find Watson. Watson brings it up. 7:37 to go. Case loses control of it. Dion Doyle there to pick it up. He loses it, and A-Town has the ball back in their hands. A-Town on the outside perimeter, 7:15, just about a minute into this fourth quarter. Again, winner gets the 2:30 semi tomorrow against the winner of the next game at Kent Point and Monmouth. Roseville. Hook pulls up and gets one to go. And
tough shot there by Hook.
Indeed. Tornadoes strike first. Pull up from Doyle, he got it. (27-24), Bombers by 3. In the lane, kick out. Outside, toss up, no good from Hook. Ball's loose, picked up by Holthouse. 27-24, Bombers clinging to a 3-point lead. On the outside now for Holthouse. Corner for Case. 360 up and a whistle.
Going to draw the foul on Drew Fouch for the Tornadoes.
Case goes up and couldn't get the shot to fall, but he gets the whistle. And goes to the line here for 2. First one on the way, got it. (28-24). Big free throw if he makes it. And off the back iron, no good. He missed it. Go back the other way. Case draws the clear foul. Heard Jeremy Anderson say at practice the other day at Western Hall, it doesn't have to be a foul, it just has to look like one.
Right. That's going to be 3 on Case. Team foul number 1 here in the fourth quarter.
Free throw goes up, and he missed it. Drew Fouch hit the line for the Tornadoes. Second free throw. And he got it. This is every part of the rim. 28-25. Corner for Holthouse for 3. Bang! Sports Corner 124, 3 ball from Braden Holthouse. Bombers 31, A-Town 25.
2 big threes for Holthouse here in the second half for the Bombers.
A-Town moving around the outside perimeter, looking to find something to go. Big man Case on the defense, but Fouch fights his way through it, up and in.
Back to a 4-point Bomber lead, 31-27, 5:08 to play here in the fourth.
Case at the top of the key, feeding corner, finds Holthouse. 5 minutes to play in the contest, swatted away as Stegall gets a hand on that one. Out of bounds for A-Town here. 4:55 to go. Winner goes to the 2:30 semifinal tomorrow here at Western Hall. A-Town moving it around the outside perimeter. 20 on the shot clock. Drive down low, they feed to Stegall. Stegall pulls up, jumper on the way, around the rim it goes. Off, but they get their own rebound.
Timeout by Coach Link.
Corey Links wants a full timeout. He'll get one. Timeouts are Macomb with all 5, Tornadoes with 3. A-Town maybe down 4, but this contest really feels like it's 0-0 because it feels like when one team does something down at one end, the other team answers.
Yeah, they've been trading punches, to use the boxing terms. Macomb scores, hits the 3. A-Town comes back and scores as well, as we're in for nail biter here. 4-point lead for the Bombers, 4.5 to play, 31-27 favoring Macomb.
Cheerleaders out here doing flips. Paul Bubb, can you do that all the way down the floor?
The look you got, Justin.
Right down the floor, he says. 4:30 left in this game. Great great quarterfinal game. Semis are tomorrow. Dwayne could roll down the floor. That's what I was just told. Dwayne Hewlett, the director. But
I'm not sure I could do that and not hurt myself.
That's
in the
true.
process.
Great games all day long. If you're in the town or in area tomorrow, please get out to Western Hall. Games all day long tomorrow. Consolation in the morning. They're over at Brophy all across the street. We'll have those for you. Tournament history, the first time every game has been streamed in the tournament, including Brophy Hall as well. So all games streamed if you can't make it, but encourage you to get out if you can tomorrow as we hand out trophies and crown a new champion at the 77th tournament. A-Town out of the timeout. Quick pull up hook. He got it to go. That's Jacob Hall.
Hall 5 in the second half and a back to 2-point advantage for the Bombers, 31-29.
4 minutes to go. 2-point game. Watson with it. Top of the key. Feeds down low to Doyle. Doyle looks, finds Case, back to Holthouse for 3. Off the back iron, no good. That might have brought the place down if he drained it. 3:46 to go. In the lane go the Tornadoes. Redfern kicks back outside. Case pulls it away. Jeremy Anderson says relax with it. We got plenty of time to work with. Great basketball here at Western Hall. 2-point game. Got to be another exhilarating finish here.
It will be.
Case to the corner, finds Holthouse. Holthouse to Conley. 10 to shoot. 7 now to the basket goes Watson, up and in. Drew Watson, 4 points on the night. He's back on the board for the first time since the first quarter. 33-29. Pull up 3 on the way for the Tornadoes. Redfern tried to answer. Off and no good. Bombers got it back here. 2:50 to go. Drew Watson getting directions from Coach Anderson, who will direct traffic from the sideline. Back to Holthouse, 2.5 to play. Winner gets to 2:30 semi tomorrow. Here is Watson. Back out Holthouse with a drive in the lane. Kicks Conley for 3. Bang! Malachi Conley gets the Macomb crowd fired back up with a long 3 ball. A sports corner at 124-3, 36-29. Western Hall electric tonight.
Biggest lead for Macomb in some time.
2 minutes to go. Here we go, folks. Strap yourselves in. Holiday Tournament basketball coming down to the wire to go to the Final Four. Corner 3 on the way. Wasn't a good look. And Macomb will feed back to Holthouse. Bomber fans on the left side of the arena rising to their feet. A-Town coming up and pressuring on defense.
Look for A-Town to start fouling with 90 seconds to go. They've got some fouls to give with just one here in the quarter.
Absolutely. Anticipating that here. Probably about 10, 15 more seconds.
Coach Link yelling out instructions on the A-Town bench.
That might be offensive, and it is on Drew Watson.
That'll be 3 on Drew. Second here in the fourth quarter.
Take a look at this charge again. Drew Watson trying to get to the basket. Plows over Drew Fouch, and of course, he was set offensive foul.
Dre Anderson back for the Tornadoes.
Minute 15 to go, everybody. A-Town in motion here. In the lane, kicks back outside. Here's a drive from Stegall. Back, toss up, good.
Jacob Hall on the basket. And timeout, Coach Link. They'll have 1 timeout remaining.
30-second timeout called by Coach Link. And again, like you mentioned, down to 1 timeout left. Now you're down 5, but again, you take the risk of being down 5 here. Only 1 timeout left, so
You got to
look here.
Yeah, good look there by Hall. You've got to figure just A-Town's got to come out and foul almost immediately. Down 5, 36-31.
A-Town with some fouls to give out of the timeout. Again, 1 timeout left for A-Town. Jeremy Anderson has all 5 despite being down by 4 at half and 2 at the end of 1. He's going to take him with him. So out of the A-Town timeout, here we go.
Weston Marlar's 21 senior for A-Town into the ball game.
Holthouse to take it out. Here we go. 60 seconds left. Winner to the 2:30 semifinale tomorrow here at Western Hall. Here is Watson. A-Town coming up to pressure. Ahead to Ian Case. A-Town's got a foul.
You would think, as we're down to 45 seconds to play.
45 seconds left. A-Town's not fouling yet. Down 5. Bombers will have to shoot no matter what anyway with the shot clock, and they'll elect to foul there. It won't matter because it won't be shooting.
Just the second on A-Town. Weston Marlar with his second.
So his second, team's second as well.
Second difference in the shot clock.
New 35 for Macomb. Watson.
Nice move.
Great move. Fakes out the Tornadoes. There's the second foul they had to give. They got 2 more.
Dre Anderson whistled for his third. 30.2 on the clock.
Two more to give to get to free throws. 26 seconds to play. Shot clock is off. Holthouse back to Watson. I thought he had it in time there before the whistle.
Weston Marlar, his third, team's 4, so 1 more will put the Bombers.
It feels like we're back in the Farmington game where Farmington had to get to 5. Here we go, and then it'll be pretty quickly as officials anticipate that.
Anderson with his 4th, and that's going to send Holthouse to the line for a couple of freebies.
So Holthouse to the free throw line to get 2. Jim quiet. You can hear a pin drop in here right now. First one up. And he missed it.
Carter Redford, number 5, and number 4 into the ball game for the Tornadoes.
22-8 left. Bombers by 5. This makes it 6 if he gets it. He got it.
Bishop back for Macomb. Case out.
22-8 to go here. A-Town basketball. 37-31. A-Town has 1 timeout left. Bombers have all 5. Here we go. Quickly. Watson with a steal. 17 seconds left. Corner to Doyle. Back outside. Bombers are going to dribble it out, and for the first time in 2 years, Macomb is back in the semifinales of the Macomb-Western Holiday Basketball Tournament. 37-31 over the A-Town Tornadoes. They are moving on to the 2:30 game tomorrow. And after a shaky start, Bombers could catch their breath a little bit more tonight, getting a 37-31 victory over the Tornadoes of That got a little too close for comfort if you're a Macomb person.
Yeah, you expected a tough, hard game from A-Town, considering that coaching staffs, Coach Link playing for Coach Anderson while he was up at Abington, A-Town, and we got a 6-point win for the Bombers, 37-31. They will take on the winner of our Camp Point Central #1 seed and Monmouth-Roseville game that's coming up next.
We will go to Peyton, who is with Macomb headman Jeremy Anderson following their win.
Well, Coach, first half, second half, completely different. What did you like about the second half out of your team?
Well, our defensive effort was a lot more gutty, right? We were willing to get in there and get our, hands and nose dirty a little bit more to get stops. I thought we realized there at halftime that this was going to be a grinder, and we were only half kind of committed to grinding. In the second half, I thought we did, but it helps tremendously when you make shots. When you make shots, everybody's more willing to pick their end of the grinder up, right?
Right. Talk about the play of Braden Holthouse. He had a heck of a second half for you guys.
Oh, he's a good, strong player. Good shooter, good ball handler. His defense just keeps taking more and more strides. I mean, I think by the end of the season, he's going to be, honestly, like an IBCA third team type kid, because that's the type of talent he has.
And now you move on tomorrow afternoon to play either Monmouth-Roseville or Camp Point Central. What do you know about those two teams?
I know they're both really well coached. I know that they're both going to have good athletes, good ball players, and either one will be a tremendous challenge.
Well, good luck, Coach, and congratulations on the win.
Thanks, man.
Now back to Justice and Chris.
All right, back here at Western Hall. As you just heard from Coach Anderson, a big win for the Bombers, 37-31. Trailed by 4 at the break, but really, just as it was that first couple minutes there in the third quarter where the Bombers went on a nice run, held Abington scoreless, and basically got control back of the contest.
Yeah, Macomb had to come out and make a statement at the beginning of that second half. They did not play their best basketball in the first half, and really there was just kind of a lack of motivation on that floor, if you will. It just kind of seemed dead. And then Braden Holthouse comes out, hits an and one, gets the free throw to go with it. That kind of gave the Bombers something to build off of, and they built off that the rest of the contest as they go on and able to pull off the 37-31 win. A lot of key shots falling, a lot of kids contributing. Braden Holt, as you see him, draining a 3-ball on your screen there. And then the turnaround putback. A-Town didn't go away, though. They were right in this thing until the very end.
Yeah, it looks like leading away Doyle with 13, Holthouse with 10 for the Bombers. Casab with 6. Watson with a big 4. Got a bucket there late. And 3 for Connolly. That was a huge 3 from Malachi Connolly for the Bombers.
Bombers pull away and get the 37-31 win in this contest, and they will move on to the 2:30 semifinale against the winner of the next contest in Monmouth-Roseville and the Tournament 1 Camp Point Central Panthers. But a refreshing sight to see Macomb back in the semifinals, first time in 2 years. They look to get to the championship, though, following that for the first time in 13 years. So over a decade since Macomb has seen a championship game here at the Macomb-Western Holiday Basketball Tournament. And they look to play a little magic on the floor tomorrow and try to get a win in some fashion. That's going to wrap things up here from Western Hall. Macomb takes care of business, 37-31 win. They'll move on to the 2:30 semifinals. For Justice King, Chris, so long from Western Hall. One game still to go. Camp Point, Monmouth-Roseville, that's next. For now, good night from Western Hall. Macomb going to the semifinals of the 77th Macomb-Western Holiday Tournament, 37-31. Good night from Western Hall.